loves, hey baddies, hey bitches, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to today's video. Please make sure to subscribe, smash that thumbs up button, and turn on your post notifications so that you get alerted every time I post a new video. I'm gonna try to make this as short and sweet because it is hot as a bitch in here, and being all geared up is no joke, and I'm sweating already. So I am currently officially 1 month post tummy tuck and Brazilian butt lift round 2, and I wanted to just continue on with the series and give you an update in terms of how I'm feeling. So in today's video, I'm going to talk a little bit about where I currently am at in my recovery stage, and I'm also going to share a little faja trick, what I do to like protect my faja, protect my skin, and make it like nice and smooth underneath on a daily basis. Just took some Instagram pictures and did a little TikToks, so I wanted to show you guys what I was looking like without the faja, because then you can kind of see exactly like the curvature. The faja over accentuates certain curves, so I don't want to give that false image. Like, I love how I look with the faja, but it is kind of false. This is the natural hip curve. This is the booty curve. Obviously, I am super swollen, both in the backside and especially where my scarring is, and my belly button is slightly infected, so this whole area is very irritated. My butt is very swollen, and yeah, everything is pretty much still swollen, still scarred, still a little bit bruised. But I wanted to just kind of show you guys what I was looking like, and then I'm gonna really quickly go back into my faja because I already did my photos and my TikToks and stuff like that. So in the faja, I just feel so much more comfortable, compressed. I feel like I'm gonna rip my scar open when I don't have the faja on. I naturally start to like go like that a little bit more, just because it's more comfortable. Like, I can feel the tension around the scar. It's healed, it's not like an opened wound, so I don't think it would rip open, but my abs are super tight. So in the faja, I just feel better, and anytime I keep the faja off for too long, I blow up and I get super swollen. So I'll be back. I'm gonna go put on my faja, show you a little faja hack that I've been doing, because I don't like wearing a t-shirt underneath the faja. It's just, it hasn't been working for me. So let me change my little getup and then I'll be back. Okay guys, so I just wanted to show what my little hack is for the faja. So usually people put a t-shirt underneath the faja to prevent the faja burn and to prevent any markings from being on their stomach. But I found that this is actually more effective, at least for me it is. I got this at Target. And it has the lining on the inside so that it doesn't like roll, right? So you wear it like that, and it has like a butt lifting feature as well, and it offers some compression, and it goes all the way around, and it's nice and smooth. So I actually, and it has the crotch cutout, which is why I'm not showing you lower. I cut the crotch even larger than what it came with so that I can use the bathroom without taking this on and off, because it's not that easy to slide on. It is after a while and after you get the hang of it, but this is my little hack to keep my skin smooth underneath the faja and to prevent faja burn. So now I'm going to put the faja on over this. So I have my crotch like completely cut out, so I can't show you guys any lower than this, but I put the faja directly on top of this. So yes, I have double compression, which I actually really like, and I don't have to worry about having any wrinkles on my skin. When I go to sleep, I put the ab board underneath the faja and over this. I don't use any other like lipofoams or anything like that anymore. And now I'm just gonna button this up. If your faja, if you don't sweat when you're putting on your faja, or if you don't have any trouble putting on the faja, then it's probably getting a little bit too easy to put on, which means that you need to size down a little bit, because the faja has to be tight. Not tight where it's squeezing your organs, but tight enough where it's giving you maximum compression to help mold your body and to reduce all of that swelling. So like, I'm already sweating. Yeah, I have my notebook here because I just want to kind of keep myself in some type of an order, even though my notes are honestly all over the place. So yeah, I'm officially at 4 weeks post-op. I hit the 1 month mark. My surgery was on June 22nd. It is now July 22nd, the day that I'm filming this. And like I said, I did a full extended tummy tuck. They cut me from hip, literally hip to hip, and they did the abdominal muscle repair. So I have been going through it. Like, this surgery is no joke. There's a lot of ups and downs, and there's a lot of things that I just didn't know about, no matter how much research I did, and just things that you just don't see coming. So in terms of like how I'm feeling, I feel good for the most part. Like, I'm definitely getting back into my normal routine. I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm driving, I shower by myself, I bend down. The only thing I still try to avoid as much as possible is lifting, but there's things that are inevitable, like garbage, laundry, grocery shopping, certain things like that. But I try to keep everything to a super minimum level, because until like your 6 week mark, you do not want to fully rush into being completely normal and risk pulling any like stitches that are internal or any like muscles that are internal that are still healing. You really want to give yourself a full 6 weeks before you are like completely normal again. So there's good days and there's bad days. There's some days that I don't feel any pain besides like my normal tingling and numbness, which is like a weird type of pain. It's not pain because it's numbness, but it's like a weird sensation. So that on the good days, I am like motivated. I like do so much in one day, and then I reach like a crashing point. So I definitely fatigue super easily. I need more naps or more resting time than my normal self. My normal self never takes naps and really doesn't find time to rest. But my recovering self forces that time to rest, because rest is definitely part of helping yourself heal as quickly as possible. I'm taking lots of supplements to help with like inflammation and swelling. I'll show you what some of those are in a clip. I have been taking some supplements just to kind of help my body fight the inflammation. I know I've mentioned the bromelain in previous vlogs. So bromelain is really good. It's what's made from pineapples, and this is really good for fighting inflammation. I went to the vitamin shop and I also got Ginger Zinger Energy. So this is like a syrup. You just take a straight direct teaspoon of this, or tablespoon rather, and it's supposed to help you fight the inflammation. Zinc is really good, especially since my belly button was oozing. So this is just going to help my body heal a little bit faster, as well as fight the inflammation. And then turmeric is also really good for fighting inflammation. And then I told the guy that I was tired all the time, so he gave me some samples of these little vitamin pills, and this is just called Adrenal. So it's just supposed to help me with like focus and energy at the same time as like calm my nervous system down. So that's what I've been kind of taking right now, just to kind of fight all of the inflammation that my body's going through. So yeah. But yeah, aside from that, like, rest is super important. So I've been resting as much as I possibly can, and there's some days where I don't know what it is, but there's definitely like an emotional side of the healing process. Like this week specifically, compared to like week 2 and 3, I've honestly been feeling somewhat depressed, and I don't understand what it is. Like, you should be happy, you put yourself through all this surgery, you made it out alive, like, you look snapped, and all of that is good and dandy, but there's still an emotional side that you just can't fight. I don't know if this is everyone, but this is personal to my journey, and this week specifically, I've just been feeling depressed. I've been feeling super emotional. I've been feeling like unhappy. I've just like been having a lot of mood swings. I get irritated so easily, and I can't pinpoint like what is making me depressed. Like, I know one part of it is that I'm not really happy with my BBL, and it's just made me go through like a downward spiral of why I ever even touched my butt to begin with. And I think that sparked it. And then not being able to fully bounce back into my full-blown routine, especially with OnlyFans, has also affected my mentality, because now it's hurting my pockets. Because at this point, I thought I would already be like filming videos and like taking pictures and getting back to my normal self, and like I'm not there yet. So now all my pre-filmed content is already done, and I'm not in the mood to even feel sexy, to even try to take photos, do videos. And with OnlyFans, if you're not producing content, you're gonna start losing money. So even though I'm making good money still consistently weekly, it's a huge chunk of my money that is not there anymore, and that's also hurt my mentality. So that's not really related to the surgery, but I guess it's just that you're not gonna feel like your normal self at 4 weeks post-op. Like, yes, I can do like cleaning and cooking and stuff like that, but I am not my normal self. Like, even today, for me to take some Instagram pictures, which I'll put a clip of what my photos look like, and you already saw what the outfit looked like, and this is the photo. But that took all my energy. Me putting on makeup right now to get in front of the camera and film this video has like consumed all my energy. I live stream twice a week for a Clover, the dating app, and it takes so much energy for me to get on camera and be on live. Like, so getting into my like influencer routine has been super challenging. That's taken a toll on my mentality, and just like I said, not being happy with the Brazilian butt lift. There's definitely a video that I want to make about like regrets about my BBL and warnings about getting a BBL. Surgery may seem all glorious and shit like that, but there's so much to consider. The results are not always guaranteed, and if you're not finding happiness within yourself, there's no amount of surgery that's going to make you happy. And surgery is somewhat addictive, but you have to keep yourself in check. Like, as badly as I want to do my boobs, I am honestly not going to touch them, like, because I don't want to have regrets about touching them. I don't want to have implants. I don't want to have breast implant illness. I don't want to waste my money on a fat transfer to my breast when the fat won't survive. Like, so I'm gonna leave this area alone, and I honestly think I'm completely done with plastic surgery. The only thing that I might really need to fix is the one area of my butt, which is why I even did a round 2 to begin with, and the issue is still there. I am completely not blaming my doctor whatsoever, because he told me this is gonna be a difficult area to fix. We're gonna try method 1. If method 1 doesn't work, we're gonna go to method 2. So I have faith that he is gonna help me, but it's not helping right this minute. Like, I still have to deal with what I am unhappy with in this area about. So surgery is not all that freaking glorious, and girls need to really take that into consideration. And honestly, I even started to feel selfish, because I always end up doing this after surgery. I'm sorry, I'm going on a rant. I start looking at videos of like surgeries that have gone wrong, or girls that have died through the surgery, and then I start to feel like a bad mother, or I start to feel selfish that I would even put my life on the line to have a surgery and possibly leave a 4-year-old daughter behind. Now, I did my due diligence and I researched my doctor so much that I felt 1000% comfortable putting my life in his hands. And he has absolutely no deaths under his belt, and he's one of the top doctors to look for in 2021. So I'm proud of who I picked as my doctor, but nonetheless, all surgery carries risk. So I've just been like on an emotional roller coaster. Like, I've low-key been super depressed. I don't want to do shit, and it takes all of my freaking willpower to get me to get up and do anything these days, honestly. So that's what I mean by there's good days and bad days. In terms of pain, I feel super comfortable when I have my Faja on. I don't feel comfortable with my faja off. I plan to keep my faja on for a full year. After the 6-month mark, I'll give myself a little bit more of a break, but I will still be using it daily. Right now, I don't keep it off for more than an hour a day. You can keep it off for up to 3 hours at this stage in my recovery, but I don't do it for more than an hour. And I feel better with the faja on. But yesterday, I was like feeling so much like burning. Like, aside from the tingling and the numbness that I was feeling like a burning sensation all around my like belly button area and like the skin around it. And that lasted for a good like 3 hours, and it's completely normal. It's part of your recovery. A lot of your nerves were cut during the surgery, so it's healing. Like, that's a good sign that you're feeling those things, but it was still very, very uncomfortable. So again, good days, bad days. There's times like right now I don't actually feel any pain, just tightness. Completely normal. Also, I have started to sit down directly on my butt because my butt is so big, and I know that it's still swollen, but for me, I know he didn't put fat on the bottom of my butt cheeks. So I decided I'm going to start sitting on my butt and help just kind of compress it a little bit, because like I said, when I went into the surgery, my butt was already big, so I'm not necessarily so concerned with every fat cell surviving. And being that he didn't put fat on the direct bottom of my butt cheeks, if I sit on my butt cheeks, I'm not putting direct pressure on the areas where he inserted the fat into. And honestly, 3 weeks is the magic number for you in terms of sitting and allowing that fat to get a new blood supply. So I already passed the 3 weeks mark without sitting on my butt directly. I was using the BBL pillow faithfully, but now I'm gonna start sitting at week 4. I'm gonna start sitting. I think whatever fat is dead is already dead, and whatever fat that was inserted already grafted and is already survived. It's in survival mode. So I feel safe to sit. If you are doing a BBL for the first time, I would honestly suggest not sitting until the first 6 weeks. This is not my first rodeo, and I kind of know what I'm doing with my own body, and I kind of want it to get a little bit smaller, which is crazy because I like made it a little bit bigger. Girls are crazy. Women are insane. Like, I'm one of them, okay? So I have every right to say that. But yeah, I'm trying to compress it a little bit, so I'm not laying on my back, but I am sitting flat on my lower butt cheek. So I was sitting down on the floor trying to play with my daughter, and that's one of the things that kind of makes me a little stressed out, is that I can't like move. I'm not as mobile enough yet to like play with her comfortably, but I did try to start sitting on the floor comfortably when I do play with her. And I was sitting like Indian style, and I went to like get up, and I put this hand on the floor, and like as I got up, I felt such a sharp pain in my stomach, and for like a whole 2 days after, I kept feeling that sharp pain. So I definitely feel like I pulled something. I started to think that maybe I ripped like an internal stitch, but the more I googled it, I don't think so, because there was no redness, there was no bulging out, there was no swelling. It was just like an internal little pain, but it's completely gone now. So it's super important to just be mindful of your movements, because just because you start thinking you feel a little bit better doesn't mean that you're completely better. Inside, you're still doing a lot of healing, especially when they did muscle repair. So just be mindful of that. I'm going to talk more about my BBL in a completely separate video, regrets, warnings, and things that you really need to think about, and things that doctors don't necessarily inform you about when it comes to plastic surgery. But I'll leave that for a whole separate video, but stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed. I already spoke about losing money with so much downtime. I really didn't expect how much downtime I would need, and being an OnlyFans girl and being a social media influencer, it's different than having like a regular job. When I did my lipo 360 and my Brazilian butt lift, I started a brand new job that was super physical 4 weeks after the surgery. But liposuction compared to a tummy tuck is 2 entirely different things. Even a tummy tuck compared to a C-section, 2 entirely different things. I feel like my C-section was a walk in the park compared to a tummy tuck, because with a C-section, they just cut you open and sew you back together. With the tummy tuck, they cut you open, sew you back together, but internally, they put a bunch of stitches in between your abs to sew those little bitches back together. That is a fucking intense procedure, okay? And I don't know, it hasn't been super easy. Like, I've been doing my thing, bouncing back, but there's definitely a lot of ups and downs with this recovery process. And yeah, being an influencer and working on OnlyFans, like, I don't feel sexy. I don't want to get in front of a camera and be cute and playful. Like, it's just not in me. I've tried here and there just to see if I can do it. I'm not there. And like, you see scarring, you see bruising, you see swelling, and it's just, it plays with your mind. So I am still getting my lymphatic massages twice a week. I have 3 more massages that I already have scheduled, and from there I've been thinking of doing a Venus Legacy on my thighs, on the area of my butt that I want to fix, and on my lower butt cheeks, because Venus Legacy helps with cellulite, it helps burn a little bit of fat, and it helps to tighten the skin. So I'm curious to see what a few sessions of Venus Legacy will do to the body. I don't think it will make a drastic change, but I think it will definitely improve some of the texture on my skin and just help reduce some of the fat on my lower butt cheeks that I'm not really happy with, and just to smooth out all of those little areas of imperfection. My massage therapist actually recommended it to me. I am going to be doing a massage with him on Monday, and we are going to film the whole thing, so definitely keep subscribed to this channel. Stay tuned for that. It will be a lymphatic drainage massage that he's going to allow me to film. But he's the one that has been helping me and just kind of giving me recommendations in terms of maintenance and improving my current body, because I want to do as much as I possibly can before I even go back to get an incision to correct this side of my butt. This side I'm completely happy with. This side I was already unhappy with prior to the surgery, and after the surgery it just didn't improve that much. It did improve slightly, but not that much. So yeah, I'm going to be trying Venus Legacy, and I'm also going to start going to the gym this coming Monday, and I'm going to start working out super hard. I'm going to do so many butt exercises to lift my butt naturally, because if you think about it, like, there's so much fat there. You want to keep a lot of that fat, but you also want to tone up your butt and not just have it look like fat and saggy skin and cellulite and just sloppy. Like, you know, you want to start to maintain those results. So squats, lunges, the Stairmaster, the treadmill on an incline, all of those things are going to be great for toning and lifting and just making everything a lot firmer. So starting Monday, I'm going to be working out my legs like crazy, because I want to build up my quads, I want to build up my hamstrings, and I'm going to be working out my butt a lot. I'm not concerned with losing fat on my butt. I'm not, because for me, my butt is just huge that I can afford that, okay? Everybody's surgery is different. Everybody's recovery is different. Everybody's results are different. I'm just talking about my personal experience, okay? So I cannot wait to hit the gym, start toning everything up. I'm not going to be lifting. I'm not going to be going super intense. I'm not going to be jumping. I'm not going to be running. But I am going to start with like light legs and booty lifting exercises. So yeah, I think for the most part I'm done with like plastic surgery. After that, I've already been eating a lot cleaner. I've completely cut soda out of my diet. I eat healthy throughout the whole day, and then my one meal is what I cook, which is usually Spanish food, like rice and canulas or chicken stew or steak. Yesterday I did steak, mashed potato, corn on the cob. Like, so for the most part, I've been really eating healthy, but cutting out soda has made a huge difference, limiting the amount of bread that I eat and leaving rice for only one meal a day. So I've been doing really good with my diet. Now I have to just incorporate working out to help maximize their results. Like, a lot of girls think they can get the surgery and then magically they don't have to ever work out again, or they gain a little bit of weight and then they do more lipo or they do more work, and you still start to get really sloppy after that. Because take it from experience, like, with the areas where they lipo will take longer to gain fat, but the areas that they didn't touch at all will now get fat more easily. So normally fat goes to my stomach the fastest. Now it'll go to my arms, it'll go to my thighs, it'll go to my ass, especially my butt, because that's where they put the new fat. So for some reason your body just starts to, like, the areas where they put the new fat, that's where it gains fat the fastest, which is why my butt got so big to begin with. Because round 1 of my BBL, my butt was not nearly as big as it was going into round 2. It's just because I gained so much weight. So I'm really going to focus on changing my lifestyle, maintaining a healthy lifestyle, maintaining a consistent workout workout routine, and just really try to maintain my own results. And like I said, I'm going to do the Venus Legacy just to improve certain things and speed up the process. and it's non-invasive. It's not really plastic surgery. So yeah, so I'm gonna show a little faja hack that I do to put on my faja. I don't know if I already showed it or if I'm gonna insert it here. So that's one hack. That is one hack, is to wear spandex or Spanx material that you can get from Target for about $30 and wear that underneath your faja, and this will help keep everything nice and smooth. When I was putting the t-shirt in, I would have to keep tucking it in, and what I noticed is no matter what, I still had a lot of creases from the t-shirt because it would just naturally get wrinkled, and I just didn't like the markings, and I didn't like the process of tucking the t-shirt into the faja. So I found this little hack to be so much easier. Now, fajas are weird because sometimes you get a faja and you can't put it on, or even if you get it on, it's squeezing you so much. Like this faja, for example, the first time I put it on, I could not breathe. Like I felt like I was gonna pass out. I felt like it was squeezing my organs so much that it was actually making me swell more. So a little hack is there's something called faja extenders, and these are similar to what I have right here. And all it is like extra little bra hooks. I got these from Amazon. So it comes, there's ones that extend all the way so you can put it along the whole faja. I would highly suggest that you get those, but if you can't, at least get these. You can at least get a few of these and compile them one on top of the other and line them up all the way with every loophole on your faja, and this will help to expand the faja. And there's different rows, so depending on how much wider you need the faja, you can adjust it accordingly, but this will help to make your faja a little bit wider, at least in the first day or two where you are stretching your faja out. I guarantee after like 1 or 2 days, you're not gonna need these, and then you're gonna be able to close your faja because every day your body should be changing and getting a little bit slimmer. So like I couldn't put this on the first day, and then the second day I got it on and I just could not breathe, and then eventually now I can get it on super easily. But while I was in the process of stretching this, I was using something like these to still put it on, stretch the material, but not squeeze my freaking organs. So this is super handy. So that's another little faja hack. You can get these for the faja along here, and you can get some for the faja straps so that it's not like rubbing on your shoulders and like burning you. But yeah, those are my little faja tips and tricks. I want to do more videos solely on fajas, so I don't want to make this all about fajas. But as of right now, that's how I'm wearing my faja, and I only use my ab board to go to sleep. I'm not using any more lipo foams. I don't even use my backboard. I do self massages at home, and I do the 2 massages a week to break down any fibrosis that I have left on my back. So that's what I've been doing so far. My belly button is still very red, and it doesn't ooze as much, but it does still get a little pussy. My doctor, that sounded bad, pussy. My doctor said to leave it alone. I can only put Neosporin in it twice a week with a little Q-tip. I got these. You have to, it's super important to keep the area dry. And a belly button can take a long time to heal, but you have to keep it dry and you have to keep it clean. And then I got these gauze pads that have like the tape around it so that I can have the gauze on it and stays in place all day. I only change this once a day. Every time I take a shower, I wash my belly button with the Hiba Cleanse. I let it air dry. Before I cover it up, I make sure it's dry with a clean Q-tip. And then twice a week I put the Neosporin, no more than twice a week, but I keep the area super dry and super clean all the time. But that's that. I still can't wear my belly button shaper. I'm not in a rush to wear it, honestly, when the time is right. I just want to clear my little infection up, but I was told not to put any powders, any creams, or take any antibiotics. The less you do sometimes for the belly button, the better it'll be. My camera battery died. Okay, welcome to the iPhone footage. So that's pretty much it. I was pretty much already about to wrap the video up. That's where I currently am at week 4. I'm gonna from now on probably be doing monthly updates and other videos related to surgery, but not necessarily a weekly update because not much is changing from week to week. I think I've already done as many of the drastic changes. Now from here, it's just kind of weekly, monthly healing. The only other thing I would say is, like, in terms of the social media influencer and stuff, like I've just been so disconnected. Like, I just don't really want to be involved on Instagram, on TikTok. Like, I've just been so in my own world, like just going through it mentally and just kind of isolating myself. I don't feel like talking. I just kind of like been in my own world, and it honestly feels good to unplug a little bit, because I've never been like that. Usually I'm all about social media, and don't get me wrong, like today I posted my Instagram picture. I still been posting TikToks here and there, not every day, but here and there, but only because I feel like that's my job, like, is to stay relevant and to still make my little appearances here and there, no matter how sporadic they are. But for the most part, those are very forced. Like, I am just in my own zone and just like focusing on like mentally improving myself, mentally healing, physically healing, and just catching up on rest, watching TV. I really want to get into flipping houses, so I've been like studying my ass off, figuring out what I need to do to get into that business now, because I don't want to wait. Time is precious, time is money. And yeah, I've just been struggling in terms of like reconnecting to my normal self and my social media self. So that's pretty much a wrap. If there's any questions that you have about any topics that I maybe didn't touch on, please leave a comment down below and I will be glad to make a video or answer you one-on-one. Just stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on your post notifications. And again, any video suggestions, please feel free to comment them down below. I take those super seriously. I cannot wait to do my first try on haul. I have a bunch of clothes that are behind over there that I literally just do not want to try on. And that's what I mean in terms of like being disconnected. When the time is right and when my body says so, then I will do all of those things. But for now, I'm truly listening to my body and my mind, and it feels really fucking freeing. I'm not even gonna lie. All right, that's a wrap for this video. I'll do a quick little, this is what I look like section. So remember, I have double compression on. I have these shorts just because my crotch is wide open so that I can use the bathroom super easily. This is what I'm looking like. I am standing up completely straight. I can't wait to work out the hamstrings and work out on my quads, because I feel like my butt is almost a little too big compared to my legs. But again, I am super swollen. So yeah, that's a wrap for this video. This is how I'm looking. Snatched AF. Bye guys.
Guys,